Most guys think you need two separate valves to run front and rear hydraulics. But what if I told you there's a cheaper, simpler way to do both from one lever? Good morning, my beautiful viewers. This is James Carpenter with Country Living. Today I'm showing you how I set up my tractor to run both front and rear third function hydraulics without adding another valve and without overcomplicating the machine. So here's the deal. This is not a how-to video. This is a how I did it video. There's a difference. I had the rear third function installed by the dealership. Could I have done it myself? Absolutely, but sometimes you let the professionals handle it, especially when it guarantees a proper install. That's peace of mind. Now the challenge became, how do I get that hydraulic power to the front of the tractor without installing a second valve? I'm going to tell you right now, this part took time. A lot of research, fittings, pressure ratings, hose sizes, you name it. I didn't just guess, I tested everything. I even used a regular garden hose to mock up my hydraulic line to get the length right. Came out to about 13 feet, and I'll tell you what, that little trick saved me from ordering the wrong hose. The hose I went with is rated at 5,800 pounds per square inch, quarter inch inside diameter. Now, is that overkill? Maybe, but I've learned over the years it's better to be overbuilt than underprepared. One blown hose can ruin your whole day, or worse. Let's talk about quick disconnects, because this part right here gave me trouble. I tried fittings from Tractor Supply Company and Rural King, and I'll be honest, they didn't cut it. They either wouldn't connect properly or they felt too tight. And when you're dealing with hydraulics, almost right is not good enough. So I went another route. I found the Kubota style fittings online, ordered them, and boom, perfect fit. OEM quality at about half the price. That's a win. I installed the ends onto the hoses and routed everything underneath the tractor. Here's something I liked. We were able to use the factory sleeve that the original hoses were in. That right there makes it look clean, like it belongs. And if you've been around equipment as long as I have, you know, clean installs last longer. I used heavy-duty tie-down strips to secure everything in place. Now here's where I need your help. I'm looking for a solid way to mount the quick disconnects up on the loader boom. Something clean, secure, and easy to access. So if you've got ideas, drop them in the comments. I read every one of them. Now some of you are probably wondering, why not just install a front third function valve? I've got two reasons. Number one, it's cheaper this way, and I'm all about getting the job done without wasting money. Number two, I don't like the controls. That knob with the button on it, I'll be honest, I think it looks tacky. I like simple, forward, back, done. The fewer components you have, the fewer things there are to fail. When I bought this tractor, I had a few things in mind. I didn't want Regan. I didn't want a digital dash. I wanted simple, reliable mechanical equipment. And that's exactly what I got, an analog machine that does the job. So that's how I did it. One valve, front and rear capability, and a whole lot less money spent. If you're running a tractor and thinking about adding hydraulics, maybe this gives you another option to consider. Now I want to hear from you. How would you mount those quick disconnects on the boom? If you got value out of this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. This is James Carpenter with Country Living.